Dave Jackson coming from you at the Collins Pearly Sports Center with a. There we go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's Dave Jackson at the Collins Pearly Sports Center, bringing you a broadcast provided by Northwest Access. BFA Comets will take on the Rutland High School varsity girls hockey team. I really don't know what their mascot is. They've jumped around from Ravens to Raiders, and so I'm just going with what their program has them. The high school varsity girls hockey. They've had a little rough year, four wins on the season. You never know what happens in playoffs. So it's a game team. They're going to be throwing the pucks on the net, and we'll see what our girls can do to respond. Before this game gets rolling too far, I want to say this broadcast would not be possible without our community partners. And thank you to Northwestern Rehab Services, Sticks and Stuff, Swanton Lumber, Northwest Council and Support Services, Afterglow, Stones Auto Repair, St. Albans location, and East Fairfield, Notch, Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, and the Collins Pearly Sports Fitness Center. If your business would like to support the efforts of Northwest Access TV to help broadcast live games for Rankin County athletes, contact us at 802-782-8676. Huge shout out. I'm sure all you hockey fans felt that tremor that just hit Vermont as another hockey player came into the world. Peyton Charlotte Haig, born this morning to my sister-in-law, Emily, and Nate. Comets win the draw. Alexander in the zone over to Paquette. Paquette takes a shot wide of the net, ends up in the corner. Pop back out to Jillian Smith, throws it towards the net. Deflected to the sideboard. Played by number 11 from Rutland. Jordan Bixby going to throw it the length of the ice for an icing. Emily Haig, formerly Emily Cabral, was a very strong hockey player for this area. She went on to play 4 years at Cornell, and she's got her third child and 2 girls and a boy. So girls hockey's got a big plus coming. Kick back to Emma Castor at the blue line. Push back into Paquette. Paquette over to Alexander. Alexander back to Paquette in the corner. Now Alexander pulls it from behind the net, wading to the front. A couple Raiders pushing her to the sideboards. Looking for there she goes, back to Emma Castor on the blue line. Castor takes a shot in. Deflection. Couple tip shot. Never know. Went wide of the net. Had an opportunity. Paquette back to Alexander. Alexander coming out of the corner with the puck. Throws it back over to Jillian Smith. Jillian Smith waves on the puck a little bit, sends a weak one in, picked up by Amber Paquette. Backhands it behind the net. Lily Ferraro puts pressure, and here comes Bree Jarvis on the ice for the first time. Jumps right in on the puck on her stick, of course. It gets popped out of the zone by the Red Raiders. Pushing it into the common zone. Castor picks it up, backhands it back out of the zone. Picked up by Jarvis at the red line. Jarvis back into the blue line. Steps around one player, kicks it over to Callie Cushion. Callie Cushion puts one on to goal. Save by Riley Quisnell. And it's thrown back out of the zone by the Raiders. Going to go the length of the ice, and it will be another icing. Comets definitely have the ice tilted in the direction of the Raiders' net. Excuse me, I'm sorry, folks. I don't want to offend anybody. The Rutland net. Face-off will be to the left side of Quisnell. Jarvis on the draw. Face-off won by Rutland. Kicked out of the zone. Great job, number 6 for the Rutland varsity team. Piper Newman wins the draw, steps around Jarvis and pushes it out. Now it's deep in the common zone. Being played behind the net by Myra McGinn. Throws it back up to the blue line. Blue line picked it up on the D there, number 9. Sarah Crossman throws it in wide of the net. It's going to be picked up by Jarvis behind the net, and she's coming out with some steam. She's got Cushing up ahead of her. Across the blue line, another move. Great defense right there by number 6 for the Raiders. I'm going to say that all game. I apologize, folks. Thrown back out to the blue line, thrown in by Johnson. Picked up by Mia Delory, back out to Myra. Or Marley, excuse me. Marley throws it in, and it's going to be picked up by Delory in the corner. Now the Red Raiders, number 4, Anna Gallipo, throws it around the net and out of the zone. Brought back in. Addie Parent. Looking for Delory just behind her a little bit. And picked up by Rutland's number 14, Isabel Bedard. It's now coming up the sideboards to McGinn. McGinn throws it back in behind the net. I believe that is number 8. We'll find out in a minute. She comes out of the zone. Rutland comes out with number 18, heading up the middle of the ice. She's got 2 defense, pushes her wide. She throws it in past Montgomery. Nothing on Montgomery yet. McKenna's poised and ready, as always. Puck is now behind the net again, picked up by McGinn. Touch pass up to Kate Storms. Mrs. Storms, picked up by Rutland and thrown back in. You got Addie Parent coming around the net with it. Taps it up the boards. Glory kicks it out of the zone. Sent right back in by Rutland, but stopped by McGinn. McGinn throws it at length of the ice, going to be icing. A lot of excitement coming out of the Rutland bench. They had some sustained pressure in the Comet zone. Still no shots on Montgomery. As I said earlier, McKenna is poised and ready. She's got the angles. Face-off won by Alexander. Back to Matthews. Matthews over to Harley Richards. Richards tied up behind the net with another Rutland player. Puck still manages to come out. Good job by Amber Paquette. And then blocks the shot into her body, but it comes back out of the zone. They got to retreat. Be picked up by Alexander. Coiling by the red line, coming back in. Inside the zone. Behind the net. She's got Lily Ferraro out front. Tap pass up the boards to Richard. Richard throws one, a little wrist shot in wide. Bounce a couple bodies and comes up to Jillian Matthews on the point. He throws one back in. Rutland's just trying to clear it out of the zone. Comets are doing a great job holding blue line. Pinched in by Matthews right there to stop it from coming out. Alexander's with it now. Pulling by the front, just throws one back in towards the goalie. Quisnell drops into a pad save. Goes to the corner, picked up by Paquette. She's going to come back up and look. She's going to go all the way across the zone to Harley Richard on the blue line. Richard tries to do a little step around on 24. Emma Barclay does a great job, but couldn't get back to the puck in time. Picked up by Rutland now at the top of the circle, thrown out of the zone for another icing. I think that's going to be the way it's going to be played today. They're just going to send it down and just hope for a little bit of a 30-second reprieve, catch your breath. Face-off is going to come to Quisnell's right side. Jarvis on the draw, wins it back. Caster to Smith. Smith throws one in low, blocked by a skate. Cushion picks it up and tries to make another shot, blocked by another Rutland body. Up to Caster again, Caster over to Smith. Sauce pass over, and she played it well. Throws it wide of the net, can be picked up by Jarvis. Jarvis is coming in, skating backwards. Retreats, going back behind the net again. Oh, great pass out in front of the net. And that would be, looks like Addie Parent out there with her. Now it's Cushing to Smith. Smith backhands it in. That is not Addie Parent. I'm sorry, that is Gabby Frades. Cushing now with the puck, throws one in on Quisnell. Quisnell's there, ready for the save. Drop between her legs. It was right on the goal line, but still not past it. Quisnell's had quite a few opportunities right here. She's doing a great job squaring up to the shot. Addie Parent in the draw. Again, another fine draw by, what is her, I gotta find her number. Number 6, I believe. Puck is wide and behind the net, coming back out with Lamphere. Lamphere up the boards, looking for Johnson. Off a skate. Ends up on Fitzgerald's stick. Fitzgerald throws one towards the net. Rutland's going to try to clear again, and they'd make it all the way through. So there's number 6 on the draw. Strong girl, Piper Newman, waved off that icing. She's had face-offs against Parent and Jarvis, and really has done well. Johnson picking the puck up behind the net, coming up the boards, looking for Lamphere. Lamphere over to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald's off her stick, and it gets into a Rutland player who sends it right back in. Number 16 for Rutland, Erica Patorti. That's going to be a fun name. Johnson now with the puck, backhands it back behind to, looks like Jarvis. No, that's Alexander. Alexander's coming out. Good steam by Ray. Into the offensive zone. Taking a wide, curls back to the blue line. She's looking to drop it to McGinn, but she got tied up by a Rutland player. His shirt is tucked in, number 2. Great job by Peyton Ryder. Puck is now back in the zone. Amber Paquette has it, coming across the top, throws one in off a skate to the corner. Sent back up to the blue line. Johnson throws one in a little bit wide. Paquette's trying to get a tip on it, but couldn't quite get there. Rutland plays it around behind the net, thrown out of the zone by another defenseman. Picked up by Johnson in the red line. She throws it right back in. Right on to number 16 stick, and she's coming out with steam. Throwing it in off a stick, goes wide to the corner. Erica Patorti. Comets coming up ice now, looking for cushion just wide of her stick. It gets into the Rutland zone. It's being played by number 9 for Rutland, Sarah Crossman. Cushion's right there on the boards, fighting for her own spot in the rink. It comes back to the Comet blue line. Harley Richards over to Matthews. Matthews looking for Richards, but just a bit ahead of her stick. Thrown back into the Comet zone, picked up by Jillian Matthews. She throws up the ice to Bree Jarvis. Jarvis is coming with some speed. Great poke right there with number 4 from Rutland. Not on my program. And there's our first goal of the game. Off a rebound. Callie Cushion, left side of the net, pops it over Quisnell's leg pad. Great job by Cushion, just very patient. Got the puck, settled it, and lifted it up over the leg pad for the first goal of the game. Number 4, Anna Gallipo. There we go. Her shirt is tucked in. I'll remember you the rest of the game, Anna. Here we are. We got 6:47 left in the first period. The Comets have their first goal of the game. Draw one by Jarvis back to Matthews. Matthews takes it up the boards, looking for Jarvis again. Touch pass up to Brady's. Met with a storm of red right there, and here comes Erica Patorti, just willing her presence right through a whole passel of Comets, and it gets behind the net, but the Comets take over from there. Here comes Jarvis up ice with it. Cuts right in front. Four red jerseys there, makes it hard to skate through. And it comes back up to Richards now. Richards on the blue line, it mishandles it, comes out of the zone. She just throws it back in. Comets got to clear up. 6:13 left. Rutland comes out from behind the net, just throws it up ice. Around to Jillian. Let me see if that's Jillian Matthews. That was. Throws it up, looking for Jarvis, but Jarvis is going for a line change. Now you got, I believe that's Alexander with the puck. Makes a little twirl there by the boards, giving herself some room to shoot. Great job by Patorti right there again. Takes it off Alexander's stick and throws it the length of the ice. You're going to want to stay a couple arm lengths away from number 16, Erica Patorti. She's very quick, has poke checked extremely well. You're not skating around her. Face off one by Rutland, but it's going to be played by Lily Ferraro after a couple tips on the pass. Rutland's they're just winning the face off, but they're just trying to throw it out of the zone. They're not really establishing a breakout. Alexander behind the net, just throwing it out front. She's looking for either Ferraro or Paquette, but it gets into a crowd and it comes all the way out, and Jillian Smith picks it up over to Castor. Castor throws it cross ice, looking for a sauce over to Ferraro. Gets past Ferraro, but going to be played by Paquette. And number 4, Anna Gallipo, and it goes off one of their sticks into the Rutland bench. We'll see where the face-off. Face-off will be in the zone. 5:21 left. Addie Perrin on the draw, wins it back to Johnson. Marley Johnson throws a seeing eye dog shot through about 7 sets of the legs. I do not know how Quisnell saw that in the end. She just dropped, covered it, made the save. That thing had 5-hole all over it. Resetting, same face-off shot. This time won by Rutland. Brought out of the zone. Great effort right there by number 2, Peyton Ryder. Addie Parent back checks into the common zone, picks it up over to McGinn. McGinn up to Storms. Storms into the zone. Going down the sideboard, coming towards the net, ends up behind the net with the puck. Met by Patorti, who comes up the ice with it and throws it into McGinn's legs. McGinn does a great job keeping the puck in the zone. McGinn storms Patorti, and I believe that is number 4, Anna Gallipo, just fighting hard on the boards. Sorry, that's number 2 now. Another one that tucks her shirt in. Here comes number 7 for the Raiders, or Rutland, Ella Malale. That just rolls right off your tongue. Gets into the zone, throws one on Montgomery, and I believe that will probably be McKenna's second save of the game. Changes made by the Comets. Here comes Jarvis on the face-off with Piper Newman. Gets it back to the blue line. Defense, number 9, kind of misplayed the puck. It's pulled out by the Comets. Jarvis into the zone. Defended by number 6, Piper Newman. Rutland now has it. Gallipo coming out with the puck. Just chips it up out of the zone. Going to be picked up by Matthews. Matthews goes cross ice to Cushion. Cushion plays it off her stick. Has to rotate backwards, but then she handles it and gets it over to Jarvis. Jarvis is in the zone. Trying to step through 2 players. Goes down. Refs calling trip. I call that Bree Jarvis had her own player. She's just being aggressive, trying to skate through a bunch of sticks, and I feel bad for that Rutland trip. That was more Bree than Rutland, but hey, we'll take it. Comets will have their first power play in a few weeks. 3:59 left in the period. Draw 1 by Alexander, back to Jarvis. Jarvis over to Cushion. They're going to set the umbrella. Cushion throws one in on Quisnell. Quisnell makes a save. Puck drops right in front, and you've got 2 girls in there. Arlie Richards and Amber Paquette, that if you leave a puck in front, they're going to make you pay. Those 2 work hard on this power play in front of the net. Alexander on the draw again. Jarvis and Cushing on the blue line set up. Getting ready to do the umbrella. Paquette back to Cushion. Cushion over to Jarvis. Jarvis takes a slap shot wide of the net. Rutland picks it up in the corner, and they do clear the zone with it. Jarvis will get it behind the Comet net. She is going to be pressured by number 2, Peyton Ryder. Ryder's got some good speed. She's keeping up with Jarvis, tying her up along the boards, but Jarvis still managed to get into the zone. Going to wheel right about now, probably try to set the umbrella up. Puts it across to Alexander on the sideboard. Ray going in low, throws one off a stick, gets behind the net. And we've got Arlie Richards. Got tangled up with one Rutland player. She goes down, a lot of yelling. The ref arm came up, but then Arlie was pushed to the ice as well, so I don't know if they'll have 2. No, Coach Rulo's looking to get a little assist on this because Patordi ended up coming in late and cleared up Arlie out of the crease after, I believe it was Crossman that went down. And then Arlie went down pretty fast, and she's a strong girl, so Patordi had to put some meat into that push. The official is not calling it, doesn't agree with Coach Rulo's assessment. I would have to say I agree with Coach Rulo. But we're not officiating, we're just here. Draw down in the Comet zone. Won by the Comets, picked up by Jillian Smith, goes behind the net. Gets it on the wrong side of Jillian Matthews' stick, just gets by her, but she's still got it in the corner. Going to be picked up by Gabby Frades. Frades trying to get out of the zone. Pressured, but the puck ends up in the middle on the stick of number 6, Piper Newman. The Comets push her wide. No shot on Montgomery. Matthews and Frades in the corner, and they get the puck and they pop it out of the zone. Played by Rutland at center ice. Anna Gallipo throws it over, looking for number 9 for Rutland, Sarah Crossman. Crossman loses it, picked up by number 18 for Rutland, Elizabeth Studley. She gets it into the zone, but the rest of the Rutland team is going for a line change. Here comes Jillian Smith skating the puck. Studley's pressure, but she gets past Studley into the zone, puts it over to Lily Ferraro. Ferraro takes a shot, but it's blocked by number 16, Patordi. It's behind the net now. Ferraro's chasing it into the corner. Patordi's trying to pick it up and come up ice with it. Good pressure by Jarvis. Keeps it in the zone with the help of Jillian Matthews. Matthews shows it down deep, looking for Jarvis. Now it is cleared from the zone, back into the Comet zone. Picked up by Ray Alexander. Ray wheels and comes up with some steam. Through the pass behind Jarvis, but into the zone anyway, and chases it down with herself, and she comes out of the corner with it. She's got Jillian Smith in there. She has. Nice pass to Jillian, but gets under her stick and comes out of the zone. Comets have to clear up. Smith goes back over. Cross ice to Alexander. Alexander backhands to Jillian Matthews. Matthews up to Jarvis. Jarvis catches it, pulls it between her legs, gets in the corner with it. She's going to try to step out in front, but I would not advise it. 16, Patordi is right there on that post. Stays in behind the net. Picked up by Alexander up to the blue line to McGinn. McGinn throws it into Jarvis. Jarvis is wheeling, comes up high. Looking right there at the center, takes a high shot off a couple bodies into the corner. McGinn, slap shot wide of the net. Matthews chases it down on the far blue line, keeps it in, throws it back in behind the net, and there goes Jarvis, looking to keep it in. But Torty throws it up ice. He's looking for number 2. Peyton Ryder. Ryder is met by Alexander, takes the puck off her stick, brings it right back into the Comet zone. 49 seconds left, throws one in on Quesnel. Quesnel leg pad save to the corner. Picked up by Sarah Crossman. Crossman backhands it up to the boards, but here comes Haley Lanfear. Slap shot from Lanfear. Quesnel save again to the corner. Alexander picks it up, steps around one, drop pass to Jarvis. Jarvis comes in the same path, throws one right in the midsection of Quesnel. All kinds of net on each side of that body, but players just love to shoot the goalie right in the center. 29.6 seconds left after that save from Quesnel. Setting up for the face-off to her left. Gabby Frady's on the draw. Frady's pushes it through. Amber Paquette chases it down the corner. Frady's goes in with the help. Trying to get it out to Callie Cushion out front, but intercepted by Rutland and thrown out of the zone, and icing is waved off. McGinn chases it down the corner, backhands it up to Cushion. Cushion, nice little try by Callie Cushion. One touch that pass up the boards, but it's kept in by Rutland. Alexander now, or Frady's now, backhands it up to Cushion. Cushion's got 1, 2, done. End of that. She got tied up in the corner, couldn't get the net for that last second shot. Whew. A little bit of different pace than I expected this first period. I thought the Comets would control it a little bit more, especially after the first 2 minutes of the game, but Rutland fought back. I'm not sure if the Comets allowed them back or if they just fought back, but we'll see if the coaches can make an adjustment coming out for the second period. And again, this broadcast would not be possible without our community partners. Thank you to Northwestern Rehab Services, Sticks and Stuff, Swanton Lumber, Northwest Council and Sport Services, Afterglow, Stone's Auto Repair, location St. Albans and East Fairfield, Notch, Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, and the Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to support the efforts of Northwest Access TV to help broadcast live games for Franklin County athletes, contact us at 802-782-8676. We'll see you guys in about 10 minutes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's Dave Jackson here at the Collins Pearly Sports Complex, bringing you the second period of the Rutland High School varsity girls hockey team versus the BFA Comets in the first round of the playoffs for Division I girls hockey. Very surprising results after one. 1-0 Comet lead. They couldn't get the puck past Quisnell. They couldn't solve the riddle. I'm hoping they get some changes here. Big shout out to my sisters down in Florida, one in Florida, one in Fairfield, tuning into this Northwest Access YouTube page, Kelly and Kim. Love our broadcast. We love having you guys watch. And here we go. We got Quisnell doing her stretching in the Rutland changing ends. She's now going to be the long change end for them. She's doing an admirable job, squaring up, angling well, seeing the puck, stopping the puck, covering it. Comets have got to work a little bit harder, but the Rutland team is really doing a great job with some big girls playing defense, strong ladies that are just, willing their way through that zone. We're going to come out with Addie Parent on the draw, Kate Storms, Mia Delory on the wings, Parent and Patorti. One by Parent, back to Castor. Castor just throws it across ice, off the boards hard, looking for Delory to pick it up off the boards. Patorti's over there. And number 24 for the Rutland team. Throws one in soft on McKenna. McKenna covers up for the save. Face-off's going to be to Montgomery's left. Patorti and Parent. One by Parent. Castor picks it up, throws it around the boards to Smith, Jillian Smith. Smith picks it up, takes a step into the middle of the ice, and she's looking to pass, but ends up giving it up to Addie Parent. Parent is going to be, offsides. I thought Addie pulled it back at the blue line and Frady's jump, but no call. She gets tripped in the zone. Rutland will be coming in for a penalty. Number 4. Anna Gallipo heading to the box. Comets will come out with a power play group, and let's see who they're going to put out here. Looks like the coaches are playing with their lines a little bit. Frady's on the draw. She's got McGinn and Smith going to be down in front of the net. Jillian Matthews. Actually, no, Jillian Matthews and McGinn will be up top of the blue line here. Not going to run the umbrella. Playing down in the corner here. We've got 2 Comet players and 2 Rutland players all battling. The puck comes back out to Matthews at the blue line. She's got a little time. Takes a shot. Oh, makes it through 2. Hits one skate. Knocks down before it gets to Quisnell. Great idea through bodies like that. You're going to shield the goalie. Puck back to Matthews at the top of the key. She throws another one in wide of the net. Smith backhands it right to the front. Kicks out to the sideboard. McGinn back to Matthews. Matthews got plenty of time. Puts one over to Lily Ferraro. Ferraro top of the circle. Lets one fly right in the middle of Quisnell's stomach for the save. Draw one, back to McGinn. McGinn throws one, blocked off a leg from Rutland. Patorti kicks that one over to the side from another McGinn shot. McGinn slides down in there to help. Puck brought up to Matthews. Matthews throws one in, skate save by one of the defensemen. Picked up by Patorti and thrown out of the zone. It gets past Matthews. McGinn chases it down. Frady's over to Ferraro. Ferraro chasing it, but it gets back down in the Comet zone. Picked up by Matthews. Matthews throws it across the ice, off the boards to Arlie Richards. Richard backhands it in, chases it down. Now the number 1 power play for the Comets is on the ice. Alexander with the puck behind the net, setting up. We're going to see a little bit different action here. Coming out the front, passes to Paquette. Paquette takes a shot, kicks off a skate, comes back up to Alexander now. Crossing the top. Passes it back to Jarvis. Jarvis comes in, throws one wide. Can be picked up by Cushion on the sideboard. To Paquette. Paquette throws one in. Another save by Quisnell. Richard chases the corner, back up to Cushing. Cushion to Jarvis on front. She got the girl out of the penalty box coming in behind her. Keep an eye on that. Here comes Jarvis, throws one off side of the net. Looking to pass to the center, trying to hit Cushion, but deflected off number 14 for Rutland. Isabel Bedard, and comes out of the zone. Picked up by the Comets in their own zone. Misplayed, picked up by number 4. Anna Gallipo. Another opportunity right there in front. Montgomery, and it is in. Too much activity. Piper Newman, I believe, will get the goal. A lot of puck drops behind the net after Gallipo made the shot, initial shot, saved by Montgomery. Gets behind the net and kicks back out in front. And then, I believe, number 6, Piper Newman, finished it. 1-1. Who would have thunk, folks? Comets have been able to play down to competition most of the season. They got to figure out a way to stop and then start just playing their game. Draw one by the Comets, kick back to Castor. Castor brings it all the way in. She's met by a couple of Rutland players. Kicks it back out to Addie Parent, who's covering for her. Now Castor back on the blue line. Parent's going to sink back down in. Chasing the puck into the corner. Pretori and Parent. Parent gets there first. Comes out with the puck, throws it towards the front. It's going to be picked up by Newman. Newman throws it up out of the zone. Nope, just inside the blue line, kept in by Smith. Jillian Smith did a great job there. Parents got it. Number 6, Newman tried to throw it out of the zone, but kept in by Castor. Mia Deloria picks it up in the corner, swats it back out in front of the net. Near opportunity for Kate Storms, but great job by Newman to clear it out of the zone. Here comes Emma Castor streaking down the middle, pushed off to the corner by Patorti. Castor throws it back out front. Storm tips it to the net and saved by Quiznow. Good speed by Castor to return into the zone. Alexander coming out for the draw for the Comets. She's got Ferraro and Paquette with her on the wings. Richards and Matthews on the blue line. No center as of yet. Here she comes late from the bench change. Elizabeth Studley dropping to the wing, and the wing comes in for the face-off. Puck comes back to Richards. Richard passes it in off the boards to Alexander. Alexander throws one towards Quiznow. Picked up by Paquette on the rebound, thrown wide. Picked up by Alexander behind the net, coming up out of the corner. Throws another one at Quiznow. Another rebound, thrown back up. Kicked out to Matthews at the blue line. Throws a bouncing, tipping shot in past Quiznow into the corner. Ferraro to Alexander. Alexander coming back up, hits Matthews on the blue line. Throws one through, and it just comes off number 9, Sarah Crossman's skates, and just almost tied up Quiznow, but she was able to jump on it for the save. This little slow-moving puck, she commit to the move, and she was sliding to the far post, and the puck redirected, and she just had to kind of stop her slide. Face-off won by Newman, brought back in the corner. Going to be played by number 7 for Rutland, Ella Malale. Alexander coming out of the corner. Nice little move. Backhands one, goes wide of the net. And Amber Paquette chases it down the corner, and Patorti's over there picking the puck up. She's coming up ice with it, looking for Newman. Gets past Newman, but tipped back to her off of Matthew's stick. But then Ferraro comes right in there and just cleans it up. Another Comet break on that entrance into the zone. Should have been an offsides, but no call. Matthews at the blue line, throws one in. Picked up by Paquette in the rebound. Couldn't play it. Rutland's got 4 people crashing into that zone, just protecting their goalie. Puck is cleared out of the zone, picked up by Matthews inside the Comet D zone. Over to Richards. Richards up to Jarvis. Jarvis is taken down by number 24, and there'll be a call on that. Emma Barclay will be going to the box. Jarvis picks the puck up, comes into the zone, throws one wide, and touched by Patorti, and there's the whistle. Comets will have another power play, and they've got to figure out how to get it rolling. Don't feel bad, Emma. Bree Jarvis does that to a lot of people. Her speed and just the way she moves like a water bug. She draws a lot of penalties. Draw one by Alexander, back to Cushion. Cushion over to Jarvis. Jarvis back to Cushion. Cushion takes a shot right there. Nice save by Quiznow to the corner. Picked up by Arlie Richards behind the net. Good speed by Richards to get to that rebound. Over to Alexander. Alexander to Jarvis. Back to Alexander. Back to Jarvis. Jarvis sliding down, looking for some shooting lanes, and tipped off a stick over the net. Going to be picked up by Cushion on the far side. Backhands to Jarvis. Lets another one rip. Another save by Quiznow. Back to Cushing. Cushing over, skips a pass over to Alexander. Alexander throws through a crowd, and that just hit Quiznow. Got through 3 sets of legs. They're going to go, folks. You got to keep shooting them. Good job right there by number 2 for Rutland, tying up Amber Paquette, looking for that one time on that pass. Nice pass by Alexander out to Cushing. And again, Studley stepped out on Alexander on Cushing, kept her from getting a clear shot. Another pass out from Alexander to Jarvis. Alexander's moving the puck really well, folks. She gets that to Jarvis. Jarvis, a one-time shot, goes wide, picked up by Cushing. Now back to Jarvis. Jarvis takes another shot off the pads, picked up by Paquette. And then Richards. Ollie Richards picks up a rebound shot off a rebound shot and bangs it home. 1-4. Let's hear it for our senior. Great job, Arlie. Refs are trying to figure out if they want to whistle up here. I got the whole play right in my head. It was beautiful. Amber Paquette picks up off a shot on a rebound shot from Jarvis. Takes a shot, rebound shot onto Richards. Richard takes it, goes wide around Quiznow and buries it. 2-1 Comets. They got to get it rolling, folks. Need a lot more than that. Rutland is here to play. Newman on the draw with Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald pushes it through and goes back to Patorti. Patorti slams it off the board to keep it out of zone, but it's kept in by Haley Lanford. Now it comes back out by Patorti. Smith picks it up, steps on one Rutland player, and Newman's right there to take charge, puts it back in the common zone. Puck is thrown, beautiful pass coming up ice, gets over Patorti's stick. Lanford picks up one, oh, great pass. Lanford throws it over to Kate Storms. Kate Storms tips it, just not enough on her stick to get it past Quiznow. Beautiful sequence of play right there. Great pass by Castor across ice to Lanford, and Lanford of Storms. Here comes back. Comets are trying to roll it back up out of the zone. Braylon Fitzgerald is giving chase, and Kate Storms there to support. Puck is get thrown back in the Comet zone, gets past. Jillian Smith goes all the way to the corner, and here comes Studley. Studley is streaking from the bench. Gets behind the net, ties up Smith. Castor comes over to help. Doesn't get clear. Comes to the blue line. Castor's trying to get it back up, and now it tips back into Castor's stick, and she's going to take a little run. She's got some room. She gets it into the zone, pressured by 3 Rutland players. Throws it towards the front, but there's no white jersey there to take that pass, and Rutland just clears it out of the zone all the way back down. Arlie Richards picks it up. Plenty of room to work. Immediately throws it up ice to Alexander. Alexander's met by number 4 for Rutland, Anna Gallipo. It gets thrown back in the Comet zone. Studley takes a shot. Montgomery was caught out of position a little bit, and she was able to make a great save. Good recovery, McKenna. Kept that one out of the net. Now it's going to be coming up out of the zone, and it is clear. Rutland had to reset and gave the Comets a chance to break out, and here comes Lily Ferraro. She's going to take one move. Trying to get around number 4, Gallipo. Gallipo does a great job keeping the side. Comes back to Richards on the blue line. Richard throws it in. Newman blocks it off her shin to the corner. Throws it back up the blue line. Richard throws it back down. Newman just throws Ferraro into the boards, and she will come to the box. Rutland has some good size. I mean, these girls are just very rugged individuals, and they're throwing around our Comet pretty easily. So Newman just kind of turned, and Ferraro went to the boards quite hard, and we'll have another Comet power play. 6:28 left, second period, 2-1. And we will have the number 1 power play unit out there. Alexander on the draw. Jarvis and Cushing back on the blue line. Alexander did a great job in the face-off. Back to Jarvis. Jarvis over to Cushing. Cushing throws wide of the net. Picked up by Patorti behind the net. She's looking to kill some time back there, but Amber Paquette says, let me help you. And it comes back over to Alexander off Paquette's assist. Alexander drops to Jarvis. Jarvis skates in, throws another one on the side of the net. Picked up by Arlie Richards. Richard throws it up ice to Alexander. Alexander just playing with it on the side, trying to look for some movement. She throws one. Oh, that was looking for right in the corner. Good shot, Ray. Just a little wide of the net. Comes out wide, picked up by Cushing. Cushing throws one in. And there's Richards right there trying to play the rebound. Love, love, love Arlie Richards in front of the net with Amber Paquette on the power play. Those 2 girls, they don't, let's just get it clear, folks. They're not making any friends on the other team when they're in there, but they're doing their job. Face-off is going to be to the Quiznell's left. One again by Alexander, back to Cushing. Cushing over to Jarvis. Jarvis takes a slap shot right into Arlie Richards. They'll talk about that one later. Goes wide of the net. Cushing pushes it back behind the net. Patordi just tries to, that is not Patordi, excuse me, that's number 4. That's Gallipo tries to throw it out of his own, but kept in by the Comets. Jarvis makes an attempt skating in for the shot, blocked, and it's cleared. Picked up by Alexander. Passes it up to Jarvis. Jarvis has got some steam here. Enters the zone. Swings back to heading back to the top of the umbrella. Backhands to Alexander. Alexander takes another shot, blocked off the leg pad of Sarah Crossman. Crossman tries to throw it up ice, but blocked by Alexander. She pinched herself to the boards. They're beating on Arlie Richards in front of the net, and she's just not moving, folks. Oh, another nice shot, rebound. Tried to play by Amber Paquette, but it bounced over her stick while Arlie was tying up 2 people in front of the net. Back to Cushing. Cushing takes a little turn of the circle. She's got Jarvis on the top of the circle. Jarvis lets one rip into the pads of number 14 right there. Another block shot. The Rutland players are not afraid. Isabel Bedard. That one was thrown by Richards right straight across the front of the net. Goes all the way to the boards, picked up by Alexander. Alexander's tooling around the top, switches places with Jarvis, takes another shot off a pad behind the net, picked up by Alexander. She followed her shot, comes back to the top to Jarvis. Jarvis takes a low shot, score! Beautiful pass. Great shot by Bree Jarvis. Low, hard, quick snapshot for the 3rd goal of the game, but the play is all set up with the hard work of number 19, Ray Alexander. She has been moving that puck extremely well today. She picked that one up off her own shot in the corner, comes around the net, looked up, paused, and then just hit a beautiful pass. Taped the tape to number 20, who was ready. Way to finish, Bree. And great job, Ray. Comets now with a 3-1 lead. 4:28 left. Another shot in on Quiznow. Comes back out to Jillian Smith, throws one wide of the net. Girls, that net is a little bit smaller. You got to tighten up your shots. Here we go. We got Ferraro coming out from behind the goal line, tries to backhand one in on Quiznow. And again, Rutland defenders are doing a great job just packing in the zone. They're not letting you get near the goalie. If the puck is loose here, it's going to get cleaned up pretty quick. Thrown wide of the net again. Picked up by Lily Ferraro in the corner. Tied up by number 7 from Rutland, Ella Mullally. Goes in behind to number 24, who throws it up the boards and be picked up by Jillian Smith. Smith throws one in, bounces off a couple bodies, another backhand attempt off the rebound by Ferraro. Ferraro chases down her own shot into the corner, throws it down behind the net. Gabby Frady's over there, backhands it toward Jaddy Parent. We're going to reverse and head right back to the corner where Patordi is and Ferraro. And that one does get through Castor off a couple tips and out of the zone. Picked up by Smith in the zone, 3:27 left. Smith is looking to hit Ferraro. Ferraro's tied up by a couple players, and Patordi is one of the mix. Puck is now sent back in the Rutland zone. Ferraro picks it up, throws it deep behind the net, and here comes a line change. Here comes Alexander chasing it down first in the corner, then Mia Delory right behind her, and then right behind her is Amber Paquette. 3 Comets just attacking that puck. Great job keeping it in. But Newman was able to get her stick on it, backhands it out of zone, picked up by Jillian Smith, turn around, coming back up, and Newman's right on her. Throwing up ice, looking for Alexander, gets past her to Patordi. Patordi throws it out of zone, but kind of momentarily kept in by Delory, but now it's out by Newman and picked up. Good pass from 13 to Newman, Kiana Bushy, and Newman was tied up by Emma Castor, and I think Emma might end up coming to the box to think about this. But don't worry, because one of the guys running the gate in the penalty box is Corey Cushing, and I'll tell you, he'll know how to talk hockey. Emma will be a better player when she comes out of that penalty box after 2 minutes with Corey in there. Face-off is going to be to the left side of McKenna Montgomery. Jarvis on the draw, wins it back to Jillian Matthews. Pressured by Patordi in the corner. Patordi's just a strong player. Patordi takes control of the puck, throws it up ice to her defense, looking for Gallipo. Gallipo back to Patordi. Patordi back to the front of the net, looking for number 24. Emma Barclay. Barclay takes a shot, goes wide, and then here comes Jarvis off the rebound. She's going to have a little step. I think she's going to have a little breakaway, and she does. And pops one in for goal number 5 of the game. 4, excuse me. Bree has the speed. She just got enough room ahead of that last defenseman to come in on Quiznow alone, and Quiznow just had no clue. It looked like Bree was going to take her right to left, and Bree did start her moving that way, but shot back right and heading over, hitting the easy sign. They, back in my day, they wouldn't let us hit the easy sign. They were tired of replacing glass when my body kept hitting it. Actually, I never really reached the glass. I just hit the boards real hard. Alexander off the face-off, coming in. She's going to make a nice little move herself. Backhands one. Same little attempt, though. She had Quiznow moving left to right this time, and she tried to shoot back left. Great little move by Ray Alexander. These two are just skating like mirror images of each other when they're on the ice. Great face-off win again by Ray Alexander. Back to Matthews. Matthews throws it in, wide of the net, picked up by Alexander behind the net. Alexander, nice little wheel in the corner. She's looking. Amber Paquette got some freedom in front of the net. You don't usually see that, but all of them they chased Ray down in the corner. She had 3 Rutland players on her. Comes out by Newman, throws one in on Montgomery. Pad saved to the corner. Richards in there, gets tied up, and number 214's got tied up, but Quiznow comes in and meets Ray Alexander and puts a body on her. And here comes Amber Paquette, loose puck out of his own, takes a move, throws one in, and Quiznow, that shot was hard enough to put Quiznow in the net herself. Great hard shot. I think Ray got a little bit shook up on that. Quiznow met her on the corner of the post of the Comet net and hit her pretty solid. Face-off is going to be to Quiznow's left side. 1 minute, 18 seconds left. Not sure what the updated. I've got to catch up on the shots on goal here after this period. Puck is clear out of the Rutland zone. Studley comes in, tries to dump it in the Comet zone, but it gets tied up on along the boards. Sometimes you get right there where the bench and line changes are. There's a pile of ice coming off the skates. And I think that kind of gut missed Studley. Patorti on the draw with Gabby Frades. Puck was just launched up in the air. It's a tough shot right there. Rutland is still, they're dangerous right now. 50 seconds left, and there's a lot of activity in front of the net. Comets have got to be prepared, especially when you get Patorti down there. She just will her way through that zone. There's not a lot they can do with a girl that size. Puck is sent by the Comets all the way down. The goalie plays it before he hits the goal line, so I'm not sure if it's getting waved off. Rutland will send it the length of the ice, and that is getting waved off. That should have been an icing, but they're just going to let these roll out, I guess. Comets pick it up behind the net, cushioning up the Jarvis. Jarvis has got 17 seconds, got some steam. She's going to get past Studley, and she does, and that's one rip. And there's no chance on that one. That was a rip. Right on just follow the line along the same seam of her last shot, same side of the net. Blocker side, about 1.5 feet off the ice, and the net is still shaking, folks. Jarvis is getting her flow. 4-1, Comets lead. You're going to see that, I think right now Rutland is definitely getting fatigued, and the Comets are running their 3 lines. Third period should probably be pretty well tied up here. Again, what a play right there. Paquette pressure, Patorti off a skate, almost got free for another breakaway. Puck is now cleared out of the zone, picked up by Rutland number 2. I apologize, folks. I'm looking at the Rutland program, and they put it in alphabetical order, and the numbers are all over the place. It looks like a bingo card. Peyton Ryder took the last shot of the period. So we get 4-1 after 2 periods of play. Comets are definitely hitting their stride now. Rutland's starting to get fatigued, and they're showing it. They're probably going to draw some penalties, but with the faster-moving Comet players, pushing them into some places they don't want to be. So we'll see what the third period brings. Maybe the coaches on the Comet side can open their bench up a little bit and get some girls some very valuable playoff experience. We got, if you look down there right now, the camera's on Corey Cushing. I mean, he's waving to us. He knows this guy puts on a show. You do not have many people that'll come out in that net with the confidence that Corey Cushing has. But that man just breeds confidence. Look at him smiling, but I just hope he doesn't push that right in front of the Zamboni. Corey, you want to stop? There you go. So as we're watching Corey here, I just want to reach out to our wonderful sponsors here. And this broadcast would not be possible without our community partners. Thank you to Northwestern Rehab Services, Sticks and Stuff, Swanton Lumber, Northwest Counseling and Support Services, Afterglow, Stone's Auto Repair, St. Albans and East Fairfield, Notch, Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, and Collins Pearly Sports Fitness Center. If your business would like to support our efforts of Northwest Access TV to help broadcast live games of Franklin County athletes, contact us at 802-72-8676. I've seen Corey move a lot of nets this year, and not once has he fallen to the ice. So, I mean, hats off to that guy. Those skating lessons did pay off, and I do believe he had 2 years of figure skating. So, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. So, we'll see you guys in 10 minutes. We see a little bit more of what you just saw on the end of that second period. The Comets should keep their steam built up, and they should keep rolling into the Rutland zone. But Rutland is they're not showing any quit yet. So, one more period to go. We'll see. See you in 10 minutes. Dave Jackson saying bye. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dave Jackson. Here we are at Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center. Third period. BFA Comets, Rutland High School varsity hockey team. 4-1 lead right now the Comets have. Looking to salt this away. Hopefully we can see the same type of action that we saw in the last half of that second period. What's great thing about this live broadcast is we get people that are watching from home that can reach in and reach out and give some really positive critique. And so I'm going to work on a few things, folks. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but if I sound different, I guess I'm taking the tips. We got 18.2 seconds counting down. Looks like the goalies are ready in the net. Just waiting for our refs to come back out. Here we go. I think that's Mr. Streeter. Starting out with Jarvis, Cushing, and Frady's. Clock needs to be reset, so they're giving us a little time. Right across from Jarvis is Pitorti, and they're both staring at each other like a couple steaming bulls waiting to face off. Puck is dropped, won by Pitorti, back to number 4, Galpo. Galpo throws it into the Comet zone, makes it all the way past the goal line for another icing. She's looking to catch a streaking Studley coming in off the wing side, but it got past her stick. Draw will be to the right side of Quiznow. Resetting from a few seconds ago. Won by Pitorti, kept in her skate, stepped around Jarvis and skates up ice and looking to pass that through to Studley. Gets past her, goes the length of the ice, but no icing this time. Be picked up by Riley Richards, taps it up off the glass or boards to Cushing. Cushing pushes it through Galpo's legs and picked up by Jarvis on the other side. Breakaway, high. Pocket right there over Quiznell's right shoulder for the 5th goal of the game. Just a freaking hard, excuse my French, hard snapshot right there by Jarvis. Caught the back of that net and made it snap. Here we go. 5-1. 14:35 left. Jarvis is hitting the easy button. I hit that easy button at this stage of my life, I'd probably end up in the parking lot. Line change. Alexander on a draw. Gets it over to Paquette, picks it back up off the stick of Paquette and takes it into the zone. Paquette and Ferraro in front of the net. Ferraro steps in to try to play, but out comes, it looks like Newman. Trying to get it out of the zone, and it does. It's finally cleared, picked up by Marley Johnson. Flicks it back into the zone. Newman's got the puck again, throws it right back out. Game of tennis. Picked up by McGinn, over to Johnson. Johnson tries to step around number 14 Isabel Bedard. Bedard picks the puck off her stick and heads the other way, but the Comets quickly back check and regain possession. Brought into the zone. Newman just pinches off Paquette. And she'll be coming to the box for 2. It's just, she was just trying to take control of the puck, play the puck. It wasn't a mean, hard hit on Paquette, but it's just the difference of a girl that's just bigger than the other girl. And she willed her way to the boards, and Paquette, Amber bounced off her. Face off will be to the right side of Quiznow. Frady's on the draw with Studley. It's behind the net now. Comets on a power play. Rutland's trying to flick it out of zone. Picked up by Matthews on the blue line. Trying to throw it over to McGinn. Good pressure by the Rutland, but they put themselves out of position now. We got McGinn stepping in, taking a high shot over the net from about 15 feet away. It's going to go all the way around the boards and down in the Comet zone. McGinn has a hard shot. Leaves it behind the net, picked up by McGinn. Matthews leaves it behind the net, picked up by McGinn, skates it out, gives it to Ferraro. Ferraro into the zone, wheels at the circle, back to Matthews at the point. Matthews is trying to throw it through a body, but it's blocked by Rutland, kicked out of the zone. Blocked by number 22 from Rutland, Emma Cosgrove. Sent back in now. Looks like that is Gabby Frady's going in the corner with Pitorti. Puck bounces back to the blue line. Matthews knocks it over to her stick with her skate and throws it in. Frady's picks up the rebound, throws one on Quiznow. Glove save and hold on for the whistle. 12:54 left in the third period. 5-1 Comet lead. 57 seconds left to Newman's penalty. Face off to Quisnell's right side. Alexander wins the face off again over to Paquette. Paquette skates around the top of the circle, takes a shot. Goes in the corner, picked up by Arlie Richards, pushes around the net. Alexander sneaks into the corner to pick up the puck. Takes it away from a Rutland player. Skating around behind the net. Looking for something. An open player, but nobody's really moving around to really assist Gray on this one. Rutland pressured her into the corner, and it comes back out. Number 2 for Rutland. Peyton Ryder worked hard to get that puck out of the zone. Picked up by Jarvis now in the Comet zone. Trying to step around number 24. It's a heavy stick. I'm a Barclay. It's a heavy stick on Jarvis. Slows it down a bit. Jarvis is now in the offensive zone. Over to Alexander. Alexander back to Jarvis. Jarvis one-time shot. Blocked by a skate. Into the corner. Here comes Alexander with it. Tori lost an edge right there. Kind of took herself out of position. Getting up a little slow right now. Puck over to Cushing. Cushing throws one in. Off the inside of his skate right there by number 9 for Rutland. That's going to hurt. She's going to have a sore foot, Sierra Crossman. And then it goes back out to Paquette. Paquette throws one in. It just got pinched between Quisnell's skate blade and the goal post. Nice shot. I thought that was going in. Last second, that skate blade squeezed it over the post. Addie Parent going in for the face-off with Newman. Newman out-muscles Addie. Takes the puck, throws it back in the corner. It can be picked up by Gallipo. Gallipo goes around the boards with it from behind the net. It's going to be picked up by Addie Parent, excuse me. Addie Parent back in again. McGinn back in looking for Parent, but it's picked up by Rutland and thrown out of the zone. Will it be icing? No, it will not. Chased down by Johnson behind the net. Johnson turns, goes back to McGinn. McGinn up to Pocket, or Storms. Storms looking for Parent. Now it's back on Storm's stick, and she's in the zone. Going wide. Gallipo's pushing her to the corner. She stops. Gallipo puts a little extra elbow into Storm's back, and they're going to put her in the box. There's some angry individuals down below and not agreeing with that call. Kate just went into the board. She kind of went down on her own, but then Gallipo had her elbow into her back and just kind of squeezed her off into the boards. It could have gone either way. Comets on another power play. 11:13 left. Another face-off won by Alexander. She's just been perfect on the draw. Over Alexander, over to Jarvis. Jarvis over to Cushing. Cushing walking in the middle, throwing one through a body, picked up a running rebound over the net. We picked up by Alexander behind the net. Studley on her. Then Patori steps back to help. Alexander skates past Patori and puts it back out to Jarvis top, and Jarvis skates in, throws one in on leg pad save by Quisnell. Paquette over to the corner boards, throwing it back up to Jarvis, or actually Alexander. Alexander coming back in the circle, turns back up, hits Jarvis. Great job, Alexander, creating room for Jarvis, getting into the zone, drawing players with her. Puck from Jarvis over to Cushing. Cushing back to Jarvis. Jarvis back to Cushing, and Cushing takes a shot wide. Alexander, that was Amber Paquette turning. I think she was expecting to see Jarvis there, and she put it right on Studley's stick, and Studley just throws it out of zone. Jarvis picks it up, throws it back to Alexander. Alexander coming in, top of the circle, right in the middle, throws one low. Great shot. Good save by Quisnell. Jarvis picks it up on the rebound on the blue line, takes a step around Studley, steps in, throws one into a body of a player. It looked like Patorti blocked that one down. Over to Alexander. There's a one-time slap shot into Quisnell. And Arlie Richards is right in the middle of a red sandwich that she might want to skate out of. Good job, Arlie. Again, Arlie's making all kinds of friends down there. She must be hearing something from the Rutland bench because her head was facing them as she skated by. She's just hired lunch pail worker. 49 seconds left of that penalty. Frady's on a draw, gets it back to Matthews. Great, good win. Matthews over to McGinn. McGinn, now Matthews back to McGinn. McGinn takes a shot, goes wide off a tip. Picked up by Frady's. Up to Ferrero. Back to Matthews. Matthews takes a shot in, off a skate. Gets picked up by, looks like Newman. Flicks it in. No, that is not Newman. It's going to be number 8. She's following her shot all the way to the board. She's got some good steam on her. But it is cleared by the Comets, picked up by Jillian Smith on the far blue line. Looking for 80s, but gets past her to Ferraro. Ferraro back to Smith in front of the net. Smith wheels for a backhand, goes wide behind the net. Picked up by Rutland and cleared. Like the ice, Montgomery plays it behind the net and stops it. Picked up by Matthews. Pressure coming in on Matthews by Ryder. Ryder throws it up, 20 to number 22. Who just missed the blue line, so had to come back out. Picked up by the Comets and brought back into the Rutland zone. Jillian Smith looking for a pass, intercepted by Rutland, number 7. Ella Malale into the Comet zone now. Great back checking by Addie Parent, taking the puck off Malale's stick, going behind the net and heading up ice with it. She's got Lamphere with her and Braylon Fitzgerald, and that will be an offsides. Fitzgerald was trying to hold her leg, and I think right at the last step or two before the blue line, Addie did a little lateral move. You got to watch out on that. You got to get inside the blue line before you do that lateral move, otherwise you'll draw your teammates off. Parent on the draw. Wins it back to Castor. Castor throws it in. Crisscross, far corner. Gallipo picks it up, plays it, throws it around the boards. She's looking for Ryder. Castor pinched in on her, kept it in. And as she pinched in, Addie Parent dropped back to cover her, and Addie played the next one in. But now it's finally cleared. Castor brings it back in, throws it wide of Quizno. Picked up by Patorti, coming around the net. Bangs it off the boards. Castor sneaks in and keeps it in. Parent off of Castor's pinch. Comes back up to Castor, and Patorti just tries to put her backside into Castor. Near miss. Marley Johnson on the other side pinching and keeps the puck in deep with the help of Haley Lamphere, but now it's coming out by Patorti. She loses an edge on a stick with Lamphere, and Lamphere is going to go to the box for a trip. Rutland will have their own power play here. It's 7:45 left in the period. We got Jarvis on the draw with Newman for Rutland. Won by Jarvis, put to the corner for Castor. Castor is met by Newman behind that, and Newman just takes Castor out. Another body check. Rutland is, I'm not sure if it's just out of frustration or just that they're a bigger player. So Newman will be going to the box. She's leaning on Castor, and she's about twice the height of Emma, so. Now will be a little 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute and 50 seconds. And when you got Bree Jarvis out there, 4-on-4 hockey, give her more room to play. It's going to get exciting for the Comets. Yeah, the Rutland coach is fighting hard for her players right now. Not sure she's going to win that battle, folks. I mean, from my view, they made the right calls. They may not like what they're seeing or hearing, but you know, it's girls hockey is more finesse than body checking. Puck thrown in by Marley Johnson. Little arcing shot through a few bodies, made it all the way to Quizno. Save, kick back out. Another shot tipped by about 3 different bodies before it comes back to the blue line. Johnson throws it back in along the boards. Going to be chased down by Mia Delore with the help of Bree Jarvis. Jarvis is tied up now pretty good. Kicks it back out to Castor at the blue line. Castor skates to the middle, throws one in wide. Just traps it with her toe. Quizno traps with the toe, makes a save. Holds on for the whistle. Comet's going to do a line change. Minute 14 left in the Comet penalty, 124. And there's a 10-second difference in penalties. So basically a wash here. Alexander on a draw, wins it back to Matthews, but Patorti steps through a body and picks the puck up off of Matthews' stick, I should say. And then catches, I'm going to say, yes it is, it's number 2, Peyton Ryder on the blue line. She did the same type of thing that we saw one of our Comet players do a few minutes ago. She did a little lateral step on the blue line, and Piper couldn't hold herself back. Won by Alexander again. She's got to be batting 1,000 on the draws. Back to Matthews. Matthews cross ice to Amber Paquette. Amber into the zone. Makes a little move on Patori. Takes her wide. Turns to throw the puck out to Alexander, but it just kind of rolled off the heel of her stick. Alexander chases it down the corner, comes out, throws one on Quiznow. Knocked to the front. Cleared by number 7 for Rutland, Ellie Mullally. Comes back around the boards of the blue line. Jillian Matthews throws it back in. Alexander's got it. Backhands, and she skates past Matthews, and backhands went to her. Opens the ice up for Matthews for the shot. She goes wide of the net. Picked up by Richards on the fire blue line. Trying to keep it in, but it just squeaked back out and picked up by Alexander. Going back into the comma zone, making a couple moves, and she's got 2 people to beat now into the zone. She takes Gallipo wide, throws it to the front, but Gallipo had a stick on it, keeps it in behind the net, but picked up again by Alexander. Coming around the top, throwing over to Riley Richards. Richards throws a nice snapshot towards the net, goes wide. Picked up by Matthews on the other side, who throws one in on net. Got blocked by the Rutland defender, thrown back up the sniper. Takes Jillian Matthews down at center ice. Bouncing puck right there. Matthews had that puck come out. She tried to take another shot, blocked back into her. Another Rutland penalty coming as Gallipo pushes, and I think it's Kate Storms. She gave Kate Storms a good cross check to the chest, and down she goes. Yeah, so Jillian Matthews on the blue line. She had 2 shots blocked right there, and she was trying to catch her feet, and then she rolled back on her heels, and the arc edge of a skate is not a friendly place when you get back on your heels, and down you go. Alexander on the draw. Comets now on the power play. Puck is cleared by Rutland. Bree Jarvis chasing it back down behind the Comet zone and throws it up ice quickly. Callie Cushion. Callie comes into the zone, steps past Arlie Richards and chases it down the corner, trying to take it off Newman's stick, and she does. Now you get the power play. The girls are out of position a little bit. Now they're going to seed back into their umbrella. It's going to be picked up by Alexander, going behind the net. She's letting everybody set back up. She does a little sneaky backhand out front, looking for Richards or Paquette. He gets blocked back to Alexander. She turns around in the half circle and just rips one. I thought that was in the back of the net, but it just kind of went wide behind Quizno's shoulder. She had Quizno beat. Puck comes back up the boards and is cleared. That was a beautiful shot by Ray Alexander, just a little bit off. Going to be picked up by Jarvis behind the net with the help of Montgomery. Jarvis is doing a little wheel. She's coming up ice. She's looking. Crosses the blue line, pulls it through her legs, and then you can't do that funny stuff at the blue line, ladies. You've got to cross the blue line before you start working your magic. Everybody loaded up and waiting to go in on that power play. You'd think I'm speaking from knowledge, but I've never really skated towards the blue line with that type of speed. But you gotta get past that blue line, folks. I do know that. One by Frades over to McGinn. McGinn throws it in behind the net. And be picked up by Jillian Smith. Turns in the corner. She's looking for Ferraro. Got Ferraro top circle. Ferraro takes one in from, sneaks through about 2 sets of legs and just skittered past the post. Just wide. Great opportunity. Thrown back in by McGinn. Another couple bodies down, but the puck is cleared by Rutland. You're going to see some frustration kicking in here, I think, because the energy coming off the coaching staff on the Rutland bench is going to start feeding into their players. McGinn on a couple blocks here, keeps the puck into the zone. Back to Matthews. Matthews throws it towards McGinn, but gets past her, goes all the way to the corner. It's going to be picked up by Jillian Smith. Back to McGinn. McGinn over to Ferraro. Ferraro throws one towards net, bounces off Frady's legs into the corner. McGinn picks it up, back to Matthews. Matthews throws one in. Another couple tip shots. Going to be picked up by Ferraro. Ferraro over to Matthews. Matthews got a lot of bodies. They're playing high on the power play is over now. That's why they're playing high. They're coming up to the zone now, defending the point. Cleared by Rutland. This one's going to go right on the center of the net. Montgomery, good thing she's awake because those are the sleepy goals you get. Picked up by Matthews. Matthews throws up ice, looking for Ferraro, and it does clear the zone. Just under us here. Frades picks it, throws it in the Rutland zone. Comes back out to Newman, but there is McGinn there to meet Newman. Picks it off her stick, and here comes Frades with it off McGinn's hard work. Throwing wide of the net. Again, girls, we got to make sure that the net is not that big. In the corner now, we got Mia Delore coming up ice and hitting Marley Johnson blue line. Marley throws one in. Off a couple skates. He does get the Quizznell. Off a leg pad into the corner. Rutland picks it up, skates it out of the zone. Going to be throwing length of the ice. And this will be an icing. 5-1 Comet lead. 2 minutes, 27 seconds left. Looks like there's going to be I might have time here. This broadcast would not be possible without our community partners. And thank you to Northwestern Rehab Services, Sticks and Stuff, Swanton Lumber, Northwest Counseling Support Services, Afterglow, Stone's Auto Repair, location St. Albans East Fairfield, Notch, Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, and the Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center. Puck coming back out to the blue line. Marley Johnson pinching in. And here comes Patorti out of the zone. Skates past Matthews, or Pocket, or excuse me, Addie Parent, there we go, who would drop back to cover Marley Johnson. Gets it into the common zone, takes a shot. Montgomery makes a save. If your business would like to support the efforts of Northwest Access TV to help broadcast live games of Franklin County athletes, contact us at 802-782-8676. And if you want to run a camera or talk in a mic or do anything in the audio-video world, reach out to Northwest Access. They're always looking for people, and they'll train the right person. So take a chance. You might find the rest of your life job. We got Lanfear making a couple moves, gets into the zone, picked off her stick by Galpo. Galpo throws it behind the net, but picked up by Lanfear. Back to Johnson, blue line. Johnson throwing one in off the leg pad of Galpo. Galpo picks it up, and now she's coming in. She's got Marley Johnson to turn, play defense on her. She throws one in. Montgomery with a glove save. Montgomery's got about, well, she had probably more action in the first period, and then the second period is kind of a lull. Now they're lighting it back up. Now they're taking some chances, but McKenna's been solid all year. You're not going to catch her sleeping. Another face-off won by Alexander over Patorti. Gets in the corner. McGinn pushes it through Patorti's leg, steps around. A nice little move, but picked up by Alexander, who takes it up ice. Makes another move, passes it over. She hits Ferraro, or no, Kate Storms. Kate Storms into the zone, stepping into the center, looking to make some room for a shot. Poke check off her stick, and here comes Patorti. Throws one on Montgomery from just outside the blue line, follows her shot. She's tangling with Arlie Richards now. Now comes up the boards to Lanfear. Lanfear tries to get it out, but she's met by number 24, Emma Barclay, to keep it in the zone. Patorti is exhausted. She just, when she went to the ice, no, that was not Patorti. See, that was number 3 for Rutland. Made contact down the ice, and she just kind of wanted to lay there for a bit. Shot by Delore a little high, chasing down her own shot. Gallipo throws it up the ice, gets it clear of the zone. And that's going to be picked up by Arlie Richards, and she's going to throw it all the way in. 30 seconds in counting, folks. Comets are going to be looking to move on to the winner of the Spalding South Burlington game tomorrow. It will be held in Carnes Arena. 2 games today. Kingdom Blades versus CVU, BFA versus Rutland, and the rest of the ladies will be lining up tomorrow. 11 seconds left. Right here at center ice, you got Bree Jarvis stepping across the blue line, looking to make her final shot of the game. Nope, she's just going to hold the puck. And she does. And kicks back out to Amber Pocket right in the front. A lot of bodies. And that'll do it, folks. Rutland put on a big push early in the game. It really surprised me. Their efforts were tremendous. I mean, the Comets is just a strong team, and Rutland came up here fearless, and they played hard, physical hockey. And they took a page out of the Kingdom Blades notebook. You know, you got to play us physical, I guess. But our girls they didn't respond. They just played their game, and eventually the game ended where they needed it to. 5-1 Comet victory. Hats off to Rutland, rebuilding program for the last 2 years. Let me see the saves here. 43 saves for Quizznell. That's pretty impressive. Busy night for her in that net. But again, Rutland's been on a rebuilding program for the last couple of years, and you know what? Hats off to them. They're working hard, and they'll get there. It's a big community down there, and they got a nice college down there, so that should draw some younger people into the game. Need to reach out again to give a special message to our community here. You know, over the last 4 years, Northwestern Counseling and Support Services has been in partnership with the Afterglow Foundation working to prevent suicide death in our community. If you're concerned about yourself or a loved one, there are people in our community that can help. Reach out to NCSS 24 hours a day on our confidential emergency service line, 802-524-6554, and then press 1. Or you can just dial 988. One call could save a life. Comets are moving on. They'll be in the semifinal match, and it's you never know. I can't predict. I can't say yes at South Burlington, or I can't say at Spalding, because both teams are going to come out and play hard, and anything can happen. I know the Kingdom Blades were playing CVU, and that ended up in a 2-1. It was 2-1 score when I left in the near the middle of the third period. So I don't know how it finished, but that game was way closer than I expected it to be. So in playoff hockey, anything can happen. But this is Dave Jackson and Corey Cushion right there, giving you 2 thumbs up for Ben running that camera, because he's the man on the camera. And then look at the moonwalk. I'm telling you, Corey, don't disappoint me. I've told him how well you skate. But I'm just going to let it sign off with that little slow jog to the net. And this is Dave Jackson saying we'll see you next game. And it's probably going to be Friday night, I'm hoping. And take care, all.